Oh, man, I forgot to put the camera on. All right, there we go. Hey, what's up, guys? It's Jamie. It is Wednesday, my day off. It is 4 o'clock as I do this. The market is closed. I am standing out in front of a library. My daughters are doing their homework, and I'm going to go in a second. But I'm out here. I was looking at some of the price action and positions I'm in today. I'm just going to talk a little bit about some of the stuff I'm doing this week, and it's basically just going to be about stocks that I'm in. So this morning I saw that the market, the market was down. This is Webull that I'm using for illustrative purposes. Again, I'm a middle-aged dad, father of four, sharing his investment strategies, stocks, options, cryptocurrencies, and real estate. I have some exciting stuff about that. And this is not a suggestion to buy, hold, or sell, is what I've heard. So that's what I'm supposed to say, I guess. Anyway, so I've seen that the stock that had actually market had reacted to something. I don't know all the details of why that happened, but it seemed like the market was down overall. And on my watch list, I'll look at this stuff here on Webull, and I like to glance at it because up here on the right hand side it'll tell you how many dollars it is up or down. It'll tell you the percentage it's up and down. It'll tell you the market cap as well, if you want to see that, as far as like Amazon is $1.6 trillion, for example. So I look at that stuff just to get a general idea of what things are good. Now what I had saw was Twitter, and that's going to be the subject line of this post, is Twitter, which I don't use that much. I'm not a huge user myself of Twitter. I know that is a great tool to correspond with people. If you want to get updates or news reports, or if there's somebody you follow, they might throw out a tweet. I believe it is a tweet. So in Webull, just like many platforms, there is a place for some news reports of things that are happening with the company. So from what I understand, Elon Musk has somehow got involved, and the reason why I'm not going to get deep into this, because you can figure this out yourself. I don't want to give it to you, but you could go to these type of things, and if you said like, Elon Musk stares Twitter's interest as social media platform hunts growth, and then you can look at whatever news article you look at, whether it's Benzinga or Yahoo Finance News, and it'll tell you what's going on and what's happening and why the stock has gone down or up. Like Volta had gone down because two of the CEOs had actually resigned, right? Like the founders, and that caused the stock to drop, quite massively and react. The market reacted. So over here, Twitter, if I go over to Twitter, you can see that it popped up, right? Let me get myself out of the way here. Daily, right? And I'm going to explain to you my chart, the way I look at it. And again, I'm an amateur. I'm just following the trends and looking for opportunities. What I saw had gone down to $30, right? $31, and from previous all-time highs, which were up around $80. I think that's the highest it's been. I mean, I could go to monthly. Let me see. Yeah, $80, right? So, just for perspective, on an $80, let me shrink myself down here. I'm not that important. Oh, all right. So over here, you can see that this is a monthly chart. All-time highs at $80 and some change, and then had a little bit of recovery here, and then just kind of been on a downtrend since then, and bottom in the low 30s, 30, 31. So that is how many candles? Let's count them. You guys remember Count Dracula? Is it Count Dracula from the Sesame Street? Anyway, he used to say, one candlestick 2 candlesticks, 3 candlesticks. Anyway, so 4, 5, 6, 7. You got 7 months of downtrend, and there's reasons why it had done that, but it's recently been going up, right? So when you go back to a daily chart, you can see that big jump, right? Right? Bang! Something happened. It shot up pretty much overnight from this candle right here. Oh, those are horrible candles, Jamie, or drawings. Let me get in here a little bit better. So that candle right there, there's like a little bit of indecision, and then $40 it was at the high the past few days, and then it just jumps up, opens here, closes there, then opens here and closes there, right? So we gotten up to $54, almost $55. So when I saw that, I just saw that today, right? This is today's price action. So I got on the Twitter bandwagon today, and I looked at, I'll switch to hourly, and I had seen, I don't know if you can see those shaded areas. That's after hours, right, and pre-market. So in that time frame from yesterday to today, I saw that yesterday it had already kind of popped up and kind of held overnight. It got back to 52, right, but not to that previous 54, almost 55. So I said, you know what, I'm going to buy a put. I bought one put. That's it, one put. And my break even, I believe, is $49.70. All right, that's what I put there. So I put my put there, $49.70. If I can get below that, I will start making money. Now, I've already made some money if I was just to resell it. My option expires next week, and it was like a $2.70 premium. Okay? Now, I could also have bought a put, like saying that I will buy the shares if it goes back to 40, but the premiums don't pay much. I am already at, I think I got up to 50%, 40 or 50%. And I think there's room there. I think it's going to possibly, I think that between now, today, as the markets close, and Monday is where I would be looking. Like, so, you got Thursday, Friday, and Monday. I would see if we get back to, first this level. Again, this is what I'm doing. If it gets back to that 47 mark, 47, I put that little area right there, that little line. If it's going to kind of like bounce off this line and kind of go up and then bounce off the line and then trend down, or if it's just going to fail. Now it could get back and head back up over that previous high. I don't know what the reason would be for that, the company itself, if there's something new other than the edit button they added, or we're talking about. But I really think it most likely will, this is my 2 cents, I think it's going to hit this and then hopefully, fall down and, to this line right here. Now, that's great. And if it really falls apart, it'll go back down to that 40 area. Okay. For me, that would be great. I would make $600-700 on a $200-300 premium, but I would never wait till deep into next week. I would try to get out of it even before the weekend, if that happens sooner. So I'll be watching it. That's what I'm looking at with Twitter, just kind of watching it. Now, you could short these. You could also, if you believe that, you could short them, and you can short your position, meaning like you buy shares to go down. You can buy puts. I know you can do all that iron condor stuff and put credit spreads and stuff like that, but I didn't want to do that because I'm not really into Twitter. So I know how it works. I know it's it's a good tool to use, but I just saw this as an opportunity. So that's my look when it comes to Twitter. I saw that Volta actually went down today, but the whole market went down. So Volta had also, that's a month. I'm still on the monthly here. Hold on. Let me go to the daily. Right. So Volta had crashed down when the CEOs or previous founders had resigned, stepped down, went from four in the fours, dropped down to $2.99, basically $3, and a little bit of a recovery, got up to around $3.50. I'm averaged in at $3.25 right now. So I will tell you, I still believe in the company. You know, they have 2,300 or so charging stations. They're adding more. Can you imagine, like, Tesla bought them out, right? Just not, it's not happening, but I'm just saying, like, if that happened, those are the type of things that could happen that cause a stock to just go bonkers, right? It could just go crazy, just on the news. So right now I have 2,000 shares at 325, and I was looking for a $1 come up, right? And the reason why I figured that, the reason why that I'm doing that for me is when I look at the previous price action, that's at 352 on a daily. Let me get to it on a 5-minute chart. Let me get to a hourly time chart. Okay, hourly price action chart. Hourly price action chart. So if you look over there, you see that 427, which was actually the line I was looking for before. I should actually move that down to 425. Okay, and oh, look at that, I nailed it. If I could get back in that area, I feel pretty good about that. You know, there's a lot of action over there. I don't need to get back to these higher, you know, those previous highs. I think it's actually the mid-range right now is 7, right? 750. It's been kind of in between 650 and 8. And you can get different reports on what analysts are saying. What are the analysts saying? There's 7 analysts saying that it should be average price around 750. You know, so between 5 and 10. Right, anywhere in there. So I'm at 3, essentially, just under 320, or just at around 325. So I think $1 is a good expectation. Now, whether you have 10 shares, my buddy bought 10 shares. Vinny, he bought 10 shares, and he's never invested in any kind of way, so he's excited to have it. I don't know what his average cost is. And then, you know, there's people that have hundreds of shares or thousands or tens of thousands or maybe even millions of shares. But, you know, I have 2,000 shares, and I'm hoping for $1 so I can make a couple grand. And then I probably get out for 2/3 and let the other third ride, because I think, you know, Volta has a good shot at going up. But that's not guaranteed. I change my mind daily, but I do have a strategy, and that is to take profit. My strategy is to take profit. So that's what I'm looking at here. What am I at here? 12 minutes. I'm going to keep it under 15. So the last thing is Upstart. I did really well with Upstart. And Upstart, I was reading a news article, and it said that Upstart Holdings stock gets a new buy rating at Loop on the AI lending strength, right? So then Upstart Holdings price target announced at $140 a share by Loop Capital. So this is all this hype and stuff. That doesn't mean too much. But right now, the average has gone up to $200 a share again. I owned it before at $92, and I was really like, oh, you know, when it got down to 94, I was thinking maybe I should get another 100 shares, because that's what I had before. Maybe I should get another 100 shares. But the thing is, I'm already committed to Volta in this Robinhood thing. And that's why I said I want to stick to my strategy. I'm just giving you something to think about, something to look at, something to consider as far as what I'm doing, whether I fail or succeed. And I think that if Upstart is valued at an average rating of 200 here, and that's with, I don't know how many analysts, what is that? How many analysts are on this? 11, okay? So there's different places that will give you different reports. A high of 350, I'm definitely interested, I gotta say. Ultimately interested in Tesla, Google, and Amazon, but just for short-term plays. I love the premium when you sell uncovered calls here. It's pretty profitable, you know. They were like $600 when I was looking at it earlier today, and I was really tempted. But I want to stick with the Volta thing. I'm really hoping that I get that $1 that I'm looking for in my price target. I may not, but I'm looking hard at Upstart, and that's what I'm looking at today, Wednesday. Wednesday. So I hope you guys had a good day today, and I will see you tomorrow. Okay, go get the girls now. 15 minutes.